And welcome to On The Bench LFC. In this video we're going to be talking about Fekir updates, Buvac the brain, is he back in Liverpool? Also, John Henry talks about investments in the club in the summer, and could we see possible returns for a couple of previous Liverpool players? If all that sounds interesting to you, then stick around for the rest of the video. So thank you for joining me as always. Firstly, before I get started on all the juicy stuff that we got to talk about in today's show, if you are a Liverpool supporter and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, but you enjoy keeping up to date with all the transfer rumours, gossip and done deals, then make sure to hit the subscribe button now and tick the little bell notification next to it so you don't miss out on any breaking news in the near future. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video if you're enjoying the updates. So, what have we got for you today? Well, we have got quite a bit to talk about. So before I get started on Buvac, before I get started on Fekir, which is what a lot of you are going to want to hear about, it looks like Emre Can has played his last game for Liverpool. We're well aware by now that Emre Can looks like he has got his bags packed and he's on his way out of the club. Now, no matter what you think on Emre Can leaving Liverpool, he was looking like he was trying to get back fit to play in the Champions League final. My personal opinion was that he wouldn't have made the starting 11 for the Champions League final anyway. But with the recent injuries that we have had, then obviously it would have been a positive if Emre Can would have at least made the bench in that one. But the scan was inconclusive. So the updates around Emre Can looks like he won't be available to even make the bench. We've got an update as well from Sean Cox's family. Obviously, if you don't know who Sean Cox is by now, Sean Cox was the fan that was attacked while going to watch Liverpool versus Roma. Sadly, he is still in critical condition and his family have released a statement thanking everybody for their support, but also asking that everyone still respects their privacy on this matter. I want to personally say a massive thank you to all my subscribers that did support Sean Cox's family, either financially or through your thoughts or prayers, guys. Liverpool supporters have been outstanding in this matter, and I just hope that Sean Cox does end up making a full recovery from this as soon as possible so that he can return to his family. It's always sad news when something like this happens. So that is your update on Sean Cox. He's still critical, guys, okay? Don't forget that we have got an update on Fekir and Buvac as well. But speaking of transfers, John Henry has had his say on the fact that we always invest in the club in the summer transfer window. What do you guys make of his recent comments? Because for me, something that I want to say is net spend, John. Net spend. That is all I'm going to say on the matter. But in the comment section down below, let me know what you think of it. I hope that our owners will back Klopp, will back us in the transfer window, because we have gone all the way in the Champions League this year. We are not far off being able to compete fully in the Premier League as well. But towards this latter stage of the Premier League, you have seen that with the injuries and stuff that we could do with adding to the squad in the transfer window and adding some quality as well, because we're still a couple of key signings off really being able to compete on all fronts. Now, John Henry also did touch on that and said that to be able to compete in more than just the Champions League, like in a number of competitions, they are aware that they need to add to the squad. So back your words up there, John, and invest, all right? And then everything is all good, isn't it? I'm sure that most of you will be sitting there watching this, agreeing with every single word that I'm saying. But like I say, net spend. All I will say is net spend hasn't looked perfect at the moment. I'm sure there will be a couple of players going out the door. I want to see quite a little bit of money invested in the team, and not just what we've made from the Champions League and not just from the players that are sold as well. Empty your pockets, boys. Empty your pockets. Right, let's get down to the nitty gritty of Fekir and Buvac. Right, so the Fekir latest. So obviously you lot that have been following my videos recently, if you haven't watched my other ones, I have been going over everything that has been coming up recently to do with Fekir. Now, up until this point, everything is kind of rumours for, rumours against, but every single day there's more and more evidence that is suggesting that Liverpool are getting closer and closer to a deal being agreed for Fekir to join us in the summer. Now, whether you are still leaning towards the fact that these rumours aren't true, whether you are a Liverpool supporter that will sit there and say, I won't believe it until I see him signed on a dotted line, that is completely fair, right? That is completely fair. But for those of you that do like to keep up to date with everything and are interested, the latest that I'm seeing, that I'm believing as well, is that sources are suggesting that Liverpool and Lyon have now agreed a fee for Fekir. All it is coming down to at the moment is Fekir and Liverpool agreeing personal terms. Now for the good bit. Now, this is where I break down the transfers like what a lot of my subscribers like. Now, I said to you guys that have been following me for a long time that Fekir was number one target about a year ago before we went in with that late bid for Thomas Lemar. Now, Thomas Lemar was second choice. Now, the reason Fekir didn't come up as much over the last year was because Liverpool was told that we had to wait until this summer transfer window. Lyon said that they was not going to consider any bids from Liverpool or from any club for Fekir for another season. So Liverpool then turned their attentions to Thomas Lemar. They were too late with Thomas Lemar because Monaco was like, nope, we want 90 million plus. So Liverpool then pulled out Thomas Lemar. Then in the next couple of transfer windows that we've seen, then in the last transfer window, we saw that we were linked with Thomas Lemar a lot, but not really Fekir. So a lot of people were getting hyped about Thomas Lemar, but Liverpool never really went back in there for Thomas Lemar. Everyone was saying that he was a target, but in my honest opinion, if Liverpool really did want Thomas Lemar, then we could have got him because Monaco haven't been happy with him. His form hasn't been great and he wants out of Monaco. But Liverpool never went back in. Liverpool never tested the waters. Why? Because Liverpool wanted Fekir. Liverpool were told to wait until this transfer window. So I believe that Liverpool have always had this bit of an agreement with Lyon that we would be coming back in for Fekir in this transfer window. I also believe that Liverpool also had spoke to Fekir over signing him a year ago, and Fekir had said that he would be willing to join us, but I think that Fekir was kind of also under the belief that he was going to see how Liverpool did over this season as well. Now, Liverpool obviously making a Champions League final would have been a massive pull for him coming to us as well. Plus, you know, we haven't done too badly in the Premier League. We could have done better in most Liverpool fans' eyes, but for a player like Fekir will be looking at this as the next step. So for him, he will now be looking to sit down and do a deal with Liverpool on these personal terms. Now, this is the latest that I'm seeing, that I believe. You've got different sources and that on Twitter saying that they are being told by reliable journalists, reliable sources close to Lyon and that it is just coming down to personal terms now. Now, again, it is personal preference as to what you believe. All I do is break down the rumours and then tell you what I generally believe of it. Now, my beliefs with this matter is from over a year ago, and everything that I'm seeing at the moment makes sense to what I saw a year ago, and I've been following this for a long time. So as it stands, will Fekir be a Liverpool player in the summer? I think the only way that Fekir does not end up becoming a Liverpool player in the summer is if Liverpool don't meet what Fekir wants in personal terms, reasons. So let me know what you make of the recent updates with that. Are you still standing by the fact that you're not too sure on this? Are you liking what you're seeing with the recent reports? Let me know in the comment section down below. I definitely am. I really highly rate the player. You can probably tell. Following him for a year, I absolutely think this is brilliant for Liverpool moving forwards. And FSG, Liverpool, whoever it is, don't mess this one up. Moving on to Buvac, the latest on Buvac. Now, I did put out a video last night on my YouTube channel, and then after about 2 minutes of it literally being up and getting 60, 70 odd views, and you guys already watching parts of it, all of a sudden YouTube went, it's a corrupt file. So apologies to anyone that had already started watching it. I did see that it come up saying that it was corrupt, and YouTube had took it down. So, I've waited till today to see whether anything else come out, and at the moment as it stands, nothing new has really come out that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention, because I'm not just going to give you absolute rubbish on this, but Buvac is a very important story to a lot of Liverpool supporters at the moment. So I don't want to be telling you 100% Buvac is coming back to Liverpool. At the same time, I don't want to be saying Buvac definitely isn't going to come back. But the latest reports that I saw coming out last night, and the reason I did a video on this was because the people that put out these reports last night were also the same people that said the night before Liverpool officially confirmed that he had left the club till the end of the season. These same people said that Buvac was back in Liverpool last night, and were also saying that Buvac and Klopp had phone calls, discussions over the last couple of days to sort out their differences. Now, whether you believe that they had a fallout, whether you believe that Buvac had left on personal reasons, whatever you believe, I think we can all agree on the fact that if Buvac was to return to Liverpool before the end of the season, then surely that is a positive. I think we all agree on that. Now, these latest reports said that Buvac had returned to Liverpool. They didn't say that he had returned to Liverpool Football Club, but what they did go on to say was that Klopp had extended his hand out to Buvac and asked him to return before the last game of the season against Brighton and for the Champions League game against Real Madrid. Now, I also saw another report that was saying the same things along the lines that Buvac was back in Liverpool, that Klopp had asked Buvac to return to Liverpool, but only for the Champions League final game. So let me know what you think on all this, guys, in the comment section down below, because I was hoping that I would have seen more on this today. I was hoping that some of the major Liverpool journalists would have got a hold of this, either rubbish the reports or either backed up the reports, but they haven't seemed to have done so. So again, I am waiting for more confirmation. But as it stands, you guys are going mad, sending me messages saying, I want to know what's going on with Buvac. So the latest that I believe is that Buvac has probably returned from, whether it's the personal reason he left or whatever it was, he has returned back to Liverpool. But that doesn't mean back to Liverpool club. He is back in Liverpool, is what I believe. And maybe Klopp has asked whether he is available to come back to help out back at the club. So that's where my head is at with it. So let me know what you think on the latest reports in the comment section. But again, officially, I need to stress this. I am not in any way, shape or form saying that Buvac is back at Liverpool coaching, all right? So I need to make that clear before anyone starts jumping on me going, this hasn't been confirmed. Where's your sources? It's fake news, all right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the same people that I've saw this from also were the ones that did say that he had left the club a day before Liverpool officially announced that he had left. So definitely something to keep an eye on with that one, guys. Funnily enough as well, talking about Buvac, if Klopp has asked him to come back, would it be a red flag for Liverpool in the future if Klopp feels that he needs Buvac to come back in such important times? Someone did ask me that question. My answer to that is I don't really want to worry about it at this stage of the season. Brighton's a big game. Real Madrid is a huge game. So I don't really want to stress whether Klopp needs Buvac, but it would be a positive having Buvac back, and I would love to see him back on the sideline. He is a key part to Klopp. He is a key part to Liverpool. So yeah, that's my answer to those guys that are asking me that. And finally, to round the video off, because it has been quite a long one today, couple of ex-Liverpool players linked with a return to Liverpool, Pepe Reina and Luis Suarez. Pepe Reina obviously linked with a move back to Liverpool in goal. A lot of you guys have asked me, would I take him back as goalkeeper? And do I believe the reports saying that he could join us? I'm not too sure whether I think Pepe Reina would be coming back to Liverpool as goalkeeper, but the main question that I want to answer there is, would I take him back? I would take him back as an experienced keeper at Liverpool. If Mignolet was to go, if Ward was to leave in the summer as well, then I don't think it would be a harm bringing Pepe in there. But if we was to go out to spend money on a keeper, then I would like to go out there and really try and get a top quality goalkeeper in before we're thinking about who can we get in to be an experienced goalkeeper or whatever, if that makes sense. But I don't know where Klopp's head will be at with the goalkeeper situation in the summer. I think there's some key areas that we need to look at strengthening. It's also a concern of mine that Liverpool be linked with a lot of attacking players, in the sense of, I think we need to look at holding midfielders. We need to look at another centre-back. We need covering the defensive areas, and goalkeeper is one of them. So that is a question that we need to be answering as well in a future video. Luis Suarez looks like he could be leaving Barcelona in the summer. There are rumours about that, and I have been asked a lot by you guys on that. Would I take Luis Suarez back at Liverpool? At a drop of a hat, yes. Could we fit him into this Liverpool squad? Yes. Luis Suarez, you know, at the age that he's at, then why couldn't we bring Luis Suarez in, rotate him with Firmino, work him into that system? Of course, Luis Suarez is outstanding. He was part of the team that nearly won us the league a few years ago. You know, I would take Suarez back. I'd love to know what you guys think on it in the comment section down below. But on a serious note, will Luis Suarez leave Barcelona in the summer? Do I believe them reports? I don't know what to make of it at the moment. To be honest with you, Barcelona always put out stupid fake news in the press, in the media. Over this with Dembele, a lot of people saying to me, but Barcelona are coming out and saying that Dembele's not for sale and things like this. But, you know, Barcelona and the way they use the media, they're very tricky with how they do things. So is it fake news that Suarez is leaving? Is it true? I don't know. Whether you want to believe that Suarez is leaving or not, the one thing that I will say is I did hear that Luis Suarez would be up for moving back to Ajax if he was to leave Barcelona to see out his career. So bear that one in mind. But if Luis Suarez was to come back to the Premier League, I think Liverpool, if we was up for signing Luis Suarez, then I think Luis Suarez wouldn't go to another Premier League club. I think he would be looking to come back to Anfield. That sums it up, guys. Obviously, like I say, if you are a Liverpool supporter and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, but you enjoy keeping up to date with daily transfer news breakdowns, breaking news, gossip and done deals, then make sure to hit the subscribe button now and tick the little box next to it so you don't miss out on any breaking news in the near future. Also, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoy the update videos. I've been on the bench LFC. You've all been legends. I will see you in the next one.